This is such a celebration of soccer. The title is everywhere because the best in North America are going up against each other. The talent gap between Major League Soccer and Liga MX is getting oh so narrow, and that has everyone excited here, like these guys. What are you looking forward to tonight and why?
The Loons have taken flight. Major League Soccer's All-Star game at Allianz Field was electric for us and a nice break for most of them. They're on their way to Nashville SC to play tomorrow. So both teams have playoff spots and both want to lock them down. It does help that Loons manager Adrian Heath coached a couple of Nashville's All-Star last week. One of them, Hany Mukhtar, is the man to stop. With 13 goals this season, the midfielder is lethal and accurate. The test is, can Minnesota take better advantage of scoring opportunities? Adrian Heath showed the lads this week they've been leaving goals on the table. Nailing a few of those missed opportunities might mean we're talking about a team contending for a top 4 playoff position. And their attack, as developed recently, is relentless. Now they just got to put it all together. This match was pure mayhem. In the 27th minute, Nashville tried to clear the ball to Hany Mukhtar. Minnesota's Kervin Arriaga intercepted. Luis Maria to Emmanuel Reynoso. A beautiful ball to Franco Fragapane on the run to score. That's a fantastic counterattack.
As we look around the concourse, we see all of these people from very different walks of life celebrating the sport.
It is. It's a celebration of soccer for the Twin Cities, for the state of Minnesota. The world of soccer is going to be on this field tonight, on this stadium, looking at our community. And by the way, we've had an amazing week of just activation in the community, activation in terms of the players training at our facility, Unified Special Olympics, U18 All-Star Game, where the best 18-year-olds in the country came here. And tonight's going to be a culmination. And it's going to be a great game, by the way.
I think it will. And the guys, even though we get into talking about how All-Star games are a little bit more lax, obviously you don't want to get anybody hurt, but there is such a competitive edge between these two leagues.
There is. I mean, there's a real reality that these are the two top leagues this hemisphere. They're both exploding and growing rapidly, and both are using this game as a metric to see how good they are against the other. So there's no doubt. Both teams really want to win. Both teams will have pressure from the national media if they lose. So to me, this is one of the best All-Star experiences you could probably have.
And I think they love to be doing it here at Allianz Field, yeah?
Without a doubt.
Cultivating pursuits other than the thing that pays you can make a huge difference. Take Minnesota United forward Nico Hansen, for example. He is a solid footballer, but he's also a capable musician. He visited Walker West Music Academy in St. Paul this past week, and he had a little jam session.
I've always been very musically inclined. I fancy myself as a little bit of a good singer, so I have a decent voice, but you know, back when I was in Denmark, we had this after-school program, and they had a little music room, and I'd always go in and try to play the drums. Drums was the big one for me, alternative music back then. But even today, I love music. I listen to a lot of EDM, but kind of like more of the musical aspect, and like really listen to a lot of the undertones in the music, and in that sense.
When he's not suiting up for Minnesota United, Nico Hansen does this. What if I told you he taught himself?
Piano started in college. About my junior year, moved in. My roommate was a pianist and got a piano. And you know, sometimes I was bored by myself in the house. I would run over and grab a YouTube channel of some sort and just learn how to play. And I think I really kind of like found some joy in it, and really just being creative and creating your own thing. So yeah, it just kind of just built from there. And it's been what? Almost 8 years now of it, and so it's been really fun to be able to just go to a piano and be able to sit and play something. I sometimes forget things because it is kind of like it's a muscle you lose if you don't keep, you know, up on it, but I still just enjoy actually seeing and being like just going and making mistakes and just continuing to learn.
He's experiencing music as originally intended, unconstrained.
It creates that creativity of like I'm creating something rather than like I'm replicating something, you know, and I think it adds a lot to just having fun.
In its abstract yet structured nature, music helps free the mind. Athletes know this feeling well.
It puts you in a flow state. I think any kind of art, even, you know, we were listening to the Reverend speak about it, and there's a level of just joy that you get from, and like being creative in that sense. It's a separate way to really connect with yourself and connect with other people, and I think it's huge for not just sports, but arts in general, and I think music with Walker West and everything they're doing is awesome.
Since he fancies himself a singer, we can't let him get away without a little demo.
Song by Rihanna, Stay, that was one. All along it was a fever. That's a good one. That one just flows really easy. It sounds nice. Everyone always knows it, so it's a hit. Yeah, that one's great.
Welcome to the studio where magic happens. That's one of the goals for this fashion show, is just to bring a whole bunch of creatives, celebrities, athletes all together who are here to have fun and tap into the creative community of Minneapolis.
The culture of self-expression appeals to athletes like Minnesota United defender DJ Taylor.
Especially like for me as an athlete at Minnesota, just playing in the stadium with the fans, that starts with the community for us.
It's why he's put in all this work on a fashion show for fans and friends.
The challenge is to develop something that feels correct to their personal, especially when I'm just starting to meet this person, and, small conversations, sure, you can pick up on things, but to really understand somebody takes a lot of time.
So there'll be a combination of our athletes' designs featuring myself, Nico Hansen, Ja'Cory Hayes, and Dane St. Clair.
And as he demonstrates his runway walk,
like loose collar, vibe, show off a little bling, you know what I'm saying?
his personality's on display too.
That represents me.
Footballers love their styles, an extension of their personal expression. And as this part of the culture gets deeply ingrained in Minnesota, this is something we're going to see a whole lot more often. In Minneapolis, Norman Seawright, WCCO 4 Sports.
The overlap from net in the air, and it's surely there, and it is! Fragapani has struck. The Loons have liftoff in the Rose City, and Minnesota United have done it again.
I'm loving it. I mean, from far, it looks just like a solid black kid, and then as you get closer, you start noticing the subtle little stripes in there. I think it's classy.
And we talked to fans who are saying, the black and blue, finally, they chant black and blue at you.
Sing for the boys in black and blue, we sing for you.
I like the all black. I've always wanted a black kit front, and the blue and black looks good.
Just the subtle pinstripes makes it look nice.
Also, like the Matrix vibes of the design is just perfect.
You're the, I would say, the resident model on the squad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, would have to know, how would you style this if you were not playing it?
You can never go wrong with wearing some black jeans with the black shoes. All black outfit is fine. Maybe some black jeans and white shoes. It's very versatile, You can wear it with some sweat shorts as well, some sweatpants. I think you can dress this up, dress it down. And since it's all black, it essentially matches everything.
Obviously, fans are looking forward to not just what you're wearing, but how you play in it,
Right.
So what do fans expect from Minnesota United this season?
Last year we started off a little slow. There's no way to get around that or be around the bush. We didn't start off how we wanted to, and I felt like we had an uphill climb the rest of the way to try to attain the things that we wanted to. So this year I think we're going to start on the right foot. A couple seasons ago we were in the Western Conference Final, and it was very close to winning a trophy for this team and for this city. So hopefully we can do the same this year. We brought in a lot of new faces, man. We brought in a lot of attackers, a couple midfielders as well. So I think we have some good depth pieces on this team.
Obviously, being here in the black and blue store, fans are able to pick this up here, online, pretty much anywhere. So looking forward to seeing this on you guys, and I'm sure fans are looking forward to seeing you guys in it.
Well, before you go, got a jersey for you.
Hey!
Newest signing for Minnesota United.
Okay.
Is that a one-day contract?
Yeah. Apparently they need linebackers in MLS. Like I said, they kick off their season this Saturday. Their home opener is March 5th, and Ja'Cory gave you some styling tips for showing out properly in the new kit if you go pick one up. So appreciate those tips for him. Right, because the quarterback, the backup situation, you always want to have one or two who's back there that you can trust. The Vikings preseason started. Aside from Kirk Cousins' COVID-19 infection keeping out of today's game with the Raiders, the team held out a lot of veteran starters. So while Sean Mannion started at QB, Kevin O'Connell wanted to see some meaningful reps for Kellen Mond. So it's all about making the most of your opportunity. Second and goal in the third quarter, 3 yards ago. Mond passed to Albert Wilson. Well done. The team's second touchdown of the day. O'Connell seemed to like what he saw, gave him a little pat on the back and everything. We then go to the fourth quarter after that little head pat. Vikings within 3. Raiders, Britton Brown rush up the middle on third down. They scored again. That keeps them ahead of the Vikings. 13-point game, under 4 minutes to play. Mond on 3rd and 11 with 20 yards to go. Another dime to Albert Wilson. That was really nice. The Raiders won this preseason game 26-20. But we'll talk more about Mond later in the show. But Kevin O'Connell liked what he saw.
And I thought Kellen coming in, really that fourth down play got him going. That's what we want to see him do. I have no doubt that both these guys are going to continue to compete, but there's some critical plays in there that both those guys were able to make. And then I know there's some plays that when we watch it back, we'll be able to continue the process of coaching these guys.
So the Lynx tried to save their season today against the Connecticut Sun, but they could not do it. After an impressive 14-year-long resume, let's read that, 2 WNBA championships, 2 finals MVPs, 1 league MVP, 8 All-Star selections, 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, 4 Olympic gold medals, Sylvia Fowles left this game as only she can, dominant and record-setting. And I mean literally, she set another record. She's the only player also to lead 2 franchises, Minnesota and Chicago, in career rebounding. She and Ariel Powers went off in the Lynx' final attempt at a comeback. They'd been down all game. They went on a 14-2 run in the fourth quarter, pushing Connecticut to the point where they subbed their starters back in to end this. With a 90-83 loss, the Lynx end this season with a 14-22 record. They missed the playoffs, but the loving ovation from the Connecticut crowd still made sure that, again, gratitude was her theme, especially to Cheryl Reeve.
I just was telling her thank you, and that I was sorry that it didn't end out the way that we planned it. And, giving credit to my teammates for stepping up, but you never want to let a moment go unnoticed where you appreciate somebody and you let them know that you love them, because Cheryl has been everything that I needed to be successful, and I'm grateful for that.
So here I was thinking the Twins were going to walk all over the LA Angels, making a mess of their own season, and then the Twins lost last night in extra innings after a comeback. They had a chance to take the series today before coming home to play tomorrow. And even though Byron Buxton's beautiful first inning 2-run homer set the Twins on the right track, that is all the scoring we got out of them today, which is a shame because they needed quite a bit more. They had 5 hits and only those 2 runs. In the third inning, Luis Rengifo from Los Angeles, he ripped that ball to left field. That gave David Gordon, Shohei Ohtani time to make it home and tie the Twins. Ohtani's RBI single in the 7th then was the final nail of the coffin. So the Twins come home from California with just 1 win on this road trip. Angels took this one off of them, 4-2. Minnesota United Football Club resumed their schedule after the All-Star game today. They went on the road to face Nashville SC tonight. They tried to pick up some more points and better playoff placement. Minnesota's defense is best when they are really solid. They're unbeatable. And their attack, as developed recently, is relentless. Now they just got to put it all together. This match was pure mayhem. In the 27th minute, Nashville tried to clear the ball to Hany Mukhtar. Minnesota's Kervin Arriaga intercepted. Luisa Maria to Emmanuel Reynoso. A beautiful ball to Franco Fragapane on the run to score. That's a fantastic counterattack. And just before halftime, Nashville player loose on that corner kick. He had a clear header to the goal. Luckily, MLS All-Star Dane St. Clair, the MVP, he made that save like a man possessed. But that was part of the problem. Minnesota's defensive shape broke down. They did not see that bounce coming. Easy for Mukhtar to finish and equalize the match in the 62nd minute. So you just lean into the chaos, right? Loons did. Reynoso fed Joseph Rosales, who crossed for Alan Benitez. The Loons go up again in the 75th minute. Like I said, mayhem. After 21 fouls, 3 yellow cards for Minnesota, Loons win 2-1. They take 3 points. They bring those home. And hopefully they bring me home some of that Nashville hot chicken as well, because that's real good stuff in Nashville.
After that many fouls, they probably had to get straight on the plane, just get home, and be happy with the dub.
3 points are 3 points.
He is, Jeff. He's about as large as Karl Anthony Towns, which is interesting given the way the league has gone to a very small ball format. But they did give up a lot for this guy. Tim Connolly, in his first act as the Timberwolves president of basketball operations, made a huge gamble with this. A lot of players, a lot of draft capital gone to Utah. But with this team having just been to the playoffs, having a taste of it and wanting more, this trade was worth it. With all the playoff experience Gobert has already, he will fit in just fine with these Timberwolves. And having the new opportunity that he has now after spending the entirety of his career to this point with the team that drafted him, he's just looking forward to this.